Welcome back to another battle. Welcome back to another battle, everybody. Today we're playing Progressive Capitals on the Seagrog's Fortress map. We're playing as a green player out of the first position, and I am trying to best evaluate where I want to go. I'm thinking up here, probably. This map is tough to choose the proper capital on. We do have the black player back here. He will not see my cap if I cap there. So he may end up on that 5 behind us, but I don't. If this blizzard was moved here, I would take this bonus. I would play for that, but that is not the case. And I don't have a good play for the middle +4. So I think this bonus on a 3-point hold off of this 2 is going to be my best bet. Not a great cap, but it's serviceable enough. We show pink and orange where our cap is. Blue is over here on the right-hand side. That makes a little bit more sense for him, but obviously if somebody plays into that area, that is not quite so good. Hopefully black does not cap behind us. I'm imagining either orange or pink attracted to that middle bonus. And to be frank, everybody, this map I don't think is very good. We are playing it here today as part of our Tier List Tuesday series. And black actually picks this cap spot, so we don't even get our material back in there. Pink goes over here, so orange has a freebie for the middle, which is not ideal. Black does cap behind us. He's probably going to find us fairly quickly. Orange does not. These guys just don't want the middle. I don't know why pink wouldn't take this, but blue's here. I mean, unless white took something near the middle, I'm very surprised by the cap selection here. I'm not going to do that. I wanted this, to be completely honest. We win that. Let's see what we can do here. I don't like that he captained my bonus, so. Horrible slow roll dice. Just atrocious. Just very bad. And I know you might be wondering, see money. He had 8 troops back here. Of course he's going to cap there. Fair. I had 5 and then added my cap. So I had just as good of a claim as him. And I get that he had this much material here. I almost think like this guard tower territory I think would be much better. But maybe we can bait him into rolling my cap. Blue's going to have this bonus very early. Infinite trading spot with blue. This map is just, it's just bad. It's honestly, it's not good. He doesn't have any. Does he have any troops on cap right now? He's stacking against mine. I don't think he's got any troops on cap. I don't think he split there. He didn't add anything, and he had troops back here. Just fortified those over. What? That felt too convenient. Pink or orange or blue, right? Those were the 3 players looking at me. That was this person came in here with the intention of slamming my cap and they wouldn't have seen me. So I don't really understand that play. Black gets all of their material. This cap is useless to me. The only way that makes sense to... I almost think we might have a blue and... Why would that material go to the right first? Why on me? Why hit the 1 there? It's orange. All right, that makes a little bit more sense. This material comes back to cap. Pink is fine. Blue sees me here, and white immediately rushes off cap with all of his troops to bum rush my capital. How does that make sense? It doesn't. It doesn't make sense. That move by white doesn't make sense. He did get horrible dice there too, didn't he? Lost, only took off 2, lost all 8. That's nice. But that maneuvered, and then he fortified this way. So if his cap is sitting here, just reposition for his capital. That probably makes more sense. Orange does still end up taking the middle, so maybe he had this territory too on throne, and that's why he didn't cap on the 4. That might make sense. All right. I don't know what to tell you guys. Maybe this will shape up, but I'm going to lose this anyway, right? So why defend it? Why not just go take blue's cap? This has to deal with black anyway, so it makes more sense just to take blues. Blue will take mine. He gets to deal with black. We're ship shape. Or white steals mine. I go steal white's. But the fact that blue didn't put anything on capital, fortified in front of me, and then immediately white rushes up to hit this, that he didn't know this was here. Only orange, blue, and pink would have known this was here. Even black didn't know this was here because he never unveiled it. Blue's cap isn't good either, though. For the same reason I didn't cap up here, blue's isn't good either because of this split bonus spot here. You'd have to go all the way into pink's bonus and come and hit this out of here. Now, if you held both of these caps, you'd certainly be in a decent position. I have the kill guard on blue now because blue is botting. White's going to roll my cap here, but that might mean I get to take his underneath if he's still here. Oh, he actually lost his capital already to someone else. That's extra funny then. He doesn't take my cap. He's going to play for his own back then. I wonder who took it. Orange, maybe? Hopefully black doesn't attack out this way, and then I can actually hold both of these, which would be absurd. And I would have no real right for doing that, but I'll take it. Yeah, black's going to have a super strong cap here. Black probably ends up with my capital. No. What? What is going on? I just tried slow rolling you, dog. What are you doing? He didn't fortify back here, so his cap is free? What? Nah. Nah, what is going on? I think pink has this bonus. I don't like that pink has this bonus. Orange has the middle. Pink has this. I'll leave this as a 7 since blue is gone. White flagged. So if I steal black's cap right now, black must have been the one to steal white's cap, and then white got it back. So white and black are both gone. Sorry, white and blue are both gone. White officially flagged. Blue is just not here. By the way, I reported white for the harassment thing because it just felt too convenient that he'd rush up here and slap my cap as quickly as he did. He didn't even pause before, or he paused for half a second and then rolled it. It's like he knew it was going to be there. I just don't think somebody could make, with a surprise play, could make the decision there that would be what you need to do. But I think I need to wrap around to hit black. But this is going to be all black in here, right? So that would actually make more sense that black rolled white on the first turn because then he hit this to the side and fortified. That stays as a 7. Orange misses a card there somehow. I don't want pink over here. I think pink has the bonus. If we don't let pink sit in here, we can split between these two capitals, and then this is just double 3s. Oh, well, whatever. He'll have to decide which one he wants to hit. Blue is botted, white flagged. This is the stupidest game I've ever played. If we can hold all 3 of these caps, we've got a chance. Because orange and pink, hopefully both with bonuses, will fight each other or something. I've got the blue kill guard. That'll be an extra card whenever the time comes. Black does get extra troops here, or he does have white's cap. I wonder if white's in this bonus too. Which maybe that would explain more. 6 on 3 cap roll is not guaranteed. I wouldn't really roll this if I were him. He doesn't. He rolls white. Okay. So, I don't know. I mean, yeah, pink's getting 15. That's a big reason why I knocked him out up there. I didn't want to deal with what was going to come of this. And if black is actually, if that white cap is over in here and not in this bonus, which I think it might be in this bonus, pink playing this how he has makes a little bit more sense. Orange is still getting 9. I don't know what he was slow rolling there before. You should just blitz all this junk, honestly. Pink with this on a 2-point hold. And I don't think he knocked blue out of here. So we have to be very careful here. I've got to be quite careful. But I survived the cap sack. For some reason, black didn't hit me. We'll have triple capital here. We can defend ourselves. It's basically like we're getting a bonus the same as black was. I'm going to come up through this way. Bad dice, but as long as pink isn't on the left-hand side, we should be okay. What a weird game. Blue didn't defend his cap at all. Stacked on me. All he had to do was put those 3 troops he put here on the cap. I wouldn't have been able to do anything. But we had I intentionally fortified this here, knowing that he might make a mistake. He did make a mistake. Left this here. I've got the kill guard in 2 separate spots here. So we've got it back here and we've got it here. I think that this cap is more likely to see danger earlier. That's part of the reason why I'm stacking this one more heavily. I rolled up through some of this material to hopefully get some extra troops. We rolled twice there. Yeah, we got 10 on that last turn. Black does hit me here. Does he go through white on the left? No, he actually goes up through me here to fortify. So we'll still get max of 10. Pink getting 16. I'm surprised pink wouldn't push through this left side here. We've got white here, white here. White is worth 2 cards. We're going to trade first anyway. Pink should, really start defending this. And I'm surprised he isn't even considering making a push into orange here. He is really slowly playing this game. I think he's got a huge stack on Thieves' Keep that we do not want to open. It's already technically opened. Orange is getting 10 now, so he's got 12 to 14 territories, but did miss a card. So that is noteworthy that he missed that card. Orange comes out this way. Interesting. White here. Does orange dive into the middle? He must be capped on either... Well, we didn't see him on Curiosities. He's probably on Throne and just had Throne and Hall right next to each other. All right. This game was a little shaky at first. I feel like we've at least stabilized a little bit. I don't love the cap strength. I don't love orange keeping that 9 there. I think we may just want to hit this blue too. Blue is officially flagged too, so it's not going to add to this anymore. And I'd like to keep as much material behind me as possible if we end up needing those cards. Oh, he does hit into the middle there. All right, I'm going to go 2 here, 6, 2. This is going to fortify back there. We'll go, this one's slightly more important than the other one. 5 on 2. I'm going to risk this. I don't want pink up there. I want to force him to have to come off his cap or walk in front of his cap to get anything up here. But we do know orange is on Curiosities. So this has been a weird game. I don't know that I can explain what white did. I would love to hear from you guys what you think his goal was there. I also wonder if black comes off this cap and wraps... Oh. I think he thought he had the white kill there, maybe. We know there's a white 2 here. He wraps around and opens up my other capital. He's going to keep hitting me. He should know he has no way out here. This is a waste of material. It's just knocking me down stuff. That was not a wise play by the black player. That was actually a really bad play. Well, sort of bad play. You know that you're near me. I took your capital. I get it. Does he attack? Yeah, he attacks up here. He's going to get the white kill here probably, which would trade him in. So we'd actually probably want that. He does not get the white kill. There very well could be white in other spots of the board. But to be honest, at this stage of the game, I think I have to risk that this is potentially White's last territory here. If I get knocked out of here by Orange, which it looks like I'm not going to, it is what it is. Pink is very strong. I mean, he's been getting 15, 16 troops a turn for several turns now. He got a turn 2 bonus in his vicinity here. And I believe that Blue is still behind him. I don't think he knocked Blue out of that spot. So we've got to be kind of careful to not try to take out the Blue kill before the time for that comes. We do trade here. Only Black trades early. So at this point, taking a 2-card elimination is actually beneficial to me because taking the 2-card elimination is beneficial to me because Pink would be trading next anyway. It's a shame that these guys flagged, but it is what it is. I'm going to hit White here. We're going to use our trading to defend our other capitals. So I'm going to get this up to a 10. We're going to get this up to a 10, and then this will be whatever is left over. And I'm just going to hit here. Correct. That was, in fact, the elimination. We get a bunch more horses to add to our horse emporium. Black is getting set, yeah, because he took a bunch of territory, and I didn't hit him at all. So I think he might have been going for the White elimination there. He's going to keep committing these troops off cap. This is a really bizarre play by the Black player. It's going to hit. He just hit Blue here. Maybe he thought he was going to have access to the Blue elimination. I don't understand that. He got the material back to cap, I guess. Maybe that was the motivation behind it. Pink sets. Orange may trade early, but I'm hedging a bet that probably doesn't happen. I'm interested to see what the pink player is going to do, though. We've got a really weird cap orientation here. Obviously, tried to slow roll Black. It didn't work out. Some people ask me, Money, why do you try to slow roll the caps early? Honestly, to just gain the position and force that player to have fewer troops and then hit me back. If I get really good dice on this 5 cap that was there with the, what did I have? I had a 3 back here. I placed 5, or I placed 6, I think, right? So 9 on 5. If I get really good slow roll, say I take out all 5 troops without losing a single one, then he probably can't even win the cap back. Now this is good. I was hoping Orange would trade in because this gives me a better set myself. We have a 12 trade now. And I can probably just wrap through a bunch of Black and just take a bunch of territory. Especially because the way Orange has played has been a bit bizarre. Pink is playing very passively. I think he's going to have a huge stack that is risky for us to try to hit. But I'd like to knock as much of Black out as possible. And we're leaving these blue cards back here because, 1, I don't think the blue elimination is remotely close to being available. And 2, if for some reason we get card blocked somewhere on the board, we'll have a potential opportunity to hit back there. So do I bank on this being able to wrap all the way around? I think I'm going to. An orange 9 there. Because Black... Ooh, we don't want to bank on that wrapping all the way around because Orange sits here, and I don't want to hit Orange. So what we are going to do, actually... 18. All right, that is where the cap is. It's a good division to gain. So there were 3 caps in this bonus. Who would have thunk? Look at this. That looks like a thumbnail if I've ever seen one. We did open him up. He does trade. I was wondering if he was going to do that. We have a trade in response. So if he tries to roll one of these capitals, he basically gets himself killed. I don't see where this material is going to get back on cap for him. But I just want to take more territories. We didn't hit Black. Does it get back to cap? Was he attacking in here? He was. Okay. So now he's open. That's less good for us. But I don't know. The early trade-in's probably just to save himself. But anytime you get some people potentially rolling caps, it's definitely not a bad thing. Now, I think Orange might have this entire ring in the middle. And that's part of the reason why I didn't hit him. He doesn't have the whole ring yet, but he's probably pretty close. Part of the reason I didn't hit him here is because I didn't want to I'm hoping orange becomes some sort of aggressor towards the pink player. And that might not happen. This is not okay, this actually is promising, because if you wrap this ring around, he can hit the rest of this. Normally, every time I've played this map, the middle bonus has ended up being the bonus that's super OP, but sometimes it's a different one. In this case, it seems to be pinks, but again, that's a 2-point hold. It's part of the reason why it's so valuable. I know this is not his bonus. Oh, well played. I'm going to say well played because this 6 over here is a little bit surprising. I think that's the way we want to play it. I definitely don't want to trade early, and by killing white, we actually have set ourselves behind pink, and behind black for that matter, which I do think is valuable. I wonder if pink has like a partial kill guard over blue here, and that's why he's got the 6 there. The higher the trades get, we're up to 20 on the trade-ins. Is he gonna loop through me over here? He's probably going to hit my 2 out of here, right? Yeah, he doesn't want me being in here. Which, like, alright, fair enough. I knew he didn't have this bonus, so I was a little confused by this distribution here. I'm also very confused by... there it is. Alright, orange has the middle ring now. The plus 10, I didn't run through the bonuses yet. I meant to. Bonuses on this board. The plus 4 in tower, Fortress Tower, I've mentioned that previously. Very strong bonus. If you have a Blizzard on either side here, it's pretty much OP. Inner market's a plus 10. Somehow orange is holding that. Outer market a plus 11. Almost never gets held. Docks plus 6. Old Shore plus 7. Rusty Barracks plus 8. That's what pink is holding. And then Port Town is a plus 9. I would try to hold Old Shore, but again, this territory is split over into pink's bonus. We are not going to have any access to that. And this game's going to take quite a bit of time with both orange and pink getting very, very strong. Now, I don't have too many easy cards. I guess this card into black is going to be my best bet. I would love pathing into him. I think we just take our normal card into black here. I don't love him being on this side here, but it's okay. Normal attack here. Fortify away. With triple capital and no bonuses, I can't really afford to be super aggressive, unfortunately. So we're just going to keep playing this kind of game with the black player. Until pink encroaches on us too much. He's up to 17 now, and orange didn't hit him. I think orange is playing too passively in the middle, and I think it's going to bite him to the point where I wouldn't be surprised, given what he's defending with, to see the pink player go break him, and then to see pink go break him, and then him just quit outright. That's what happens with some of these slow players that miss cards because of misappropriation of troops in the early game, etc. I don't think that that's going to end well for him, unfortunately. But we'll see. If I had to bet, the cap is on the left side rather than the right, which makes it even harder for orange to defend all of this if he gets all of his material bonked. We'll see what he gets, though. If he still gets 22, then I think pink's made a mistake. But also, yeah, I think that's a mistake by pink. But even more so, I think it's a mistake by orange to not hit pink here. I think you've got to start a war when you know that the 2 other players don't have any bonuses. He does trade early again. That's going to accelerate me up to a 30 trade rather than the 25 that I probably should have had. I don't think the blue elimination is available yet. I'm not going to go for it until I absolutely need these cards, is basically my mantra here. And again, we are holding triple capital, so it makes it a little bit more dire for me. I think I attack off cap here, though, into the black material here. Orange finally emerges from his den. And he's hitting some stuff. I could see if he ends up opening that Thieves' Keep troopage there. Well, I'm not going to hit that, so I may need to defend this cap more if orange is going to sit there with that. He unfortunately found me in the outer ring before he found pink, which is not great. We're trading our artillery first to increase our chances on our trade-in of getting an artillery. Sorry, bro. This is the easiest card to take. This is the easiest card for me to take. if I broke your bonus, my bad. Black is 5. We have a trade on 3. I don't want to use that if I don't have to. It's this way. He refuses to break pink. I just broke pink. Because it was the only card. If you look at the distribution of troops around me, that's the only card that I am willing to take. I'm not willing to take these blue cards until I absolutely have to. So if that means I'm breaking this player, then so be it. And if he wants to stack hold this, then he's kind of proving to me that I don't think either of these opponents are particularly that good. And eventually they're going to have to hit each other. They either end up taking our caps or they hit each other. So if he wants to hold here, then I'll just trade with black in front of black's capital. This was the concern again with me here, orange stacking in front of me. The problem with what pink is trying to do here, though, is orange now wants the plus 11. He's like, all right, I got the plus 4. I got the plus 10. Now I want the plus 11. And he's doing it very slowly because he's a slow player. But if I would not be surprised to see this 16 get hit at some point. I'm actually surprised this 21 hasn't shifted over. I also won't be surprised to see him sit here and waiting on his attack turn and not fortifying right away once he finds pink's cap here, because I'm not sure he knows that's there. But I think we're kind of in a powder keg here between pink and orange, where one of them is going to have to hit the other one, or they have to hit us. And either way, I don't think it benefits them all that much. So we'll see what happens. Pink's not happy with me now because I broke his bonus, but I didn't even... technically was not fully aware that it was his bonus. We unfortunately only had 11 territories there. Go 45 here, this here. For black to come and roll either of these capitals, it's basically suicide. Now, I am a little bit interested to see what these guys do, right? Because we know we have the blue kill guard. Black does trade. Should just dump. Yeah, dumps everything on cap. If he rolls a cap here, he gets himself eliminated. I don't think he's going to do that, though. I think black is, despite the fact that he rolled white's cap early, I think black is probably my most skilled opponent. He's playing a little bit of take a card and pass master here, but yeah, see, this is what I thought might happen is pink, I think, has decided to hit orange. So does orange just quit outright? Does he give up? Or does he fight back? He got singly broken. He's got huge stacks, though. So, like, you shouldn't give up here. He's not giving up. That makes me very happy to see. But now, how do you pivot in this position, right? Because a big time with these guys who leave so many troops off cap, a big issue a lot of the times with them is they don't properly retaliate. This 20 should, yeah, see, he doesn't break anything here. So this 20 should weasel its way down. This 21 should weasel its way down. These shouldn't sit off cap. One of them should be fortifying elsewhere. And I didn't see that happen at all. So I think that that's a mistake. But it is what it is. We'll continue trading with black. This is a perfectly fine spot to be. And I got his capital. I got to say, I'm a little bit jazzed about that. I could also card block him. And maybe that's something I entertain here if I do get easier cards. And not only did pink break, he's up to 28. He actually, orange did less on that turn than you thought he should. So I'm really concerned that we're going to see an orange bot out here. Even the trades are up to 40. It will be up to 45 minimum, if not 50 for my turn. So we could potentially make a move on pink and go hit him. But he's been getting a bunch of troops every single turn. It's going to be tough to swing that unless he makes big swings into the orange player here, which it seems like he's willing to do. And then the question is, all right, orange, you still have 60 troops remaining at least. 64 troops that we see, plus the 3 that you would get even if you lost your capital. How are you willing to use those troops? Are you willing to use those troops, or do you just quit outright? Because if he quits outright, this 21 sitting in front of me is not good. None of this is good. It's natural card blocks that pink can use until he wants to replace them with his own troops and take the elimination. I would not be surprised to see orange lost his cap here, though. He's actually getting 8. So what that tells me, if I'm understanding the board correctly, because I don't think he has enough territories to cover that gap, I believe Orange lost his capital but did not lose the bonus. So I don't think he's capped in the bonus. Which we know it would only be thrown. The only possibility is it would have been thrown. I don't believe he's capped in the bonus. Now, it would be nice to have this fortify line here. I still retain blue on the backside here. I'm going to trade in. It seems like orange is maybe retaliated there. I think I want to force black into... I'm going to hit this. This one I don't think is a big deal for me to hit. I want to force black to take his card into pink. If he can, and if he can't, then I either force him to trade or he's card blocked. No, he takes his card into pink. That's what I wanted. Because I don't think orange broke this. I don't think orange broke this. And I don't want to keep opening up black's cap because it eventually... Oh. Oh, black may have just opened up pink's cap. Black may have still been on the thieves' territory here and just opened up pink's cap. I may have accidentally just helped pink. Inadvertently there. Because pink's still getting 27. Orange did not break anything. But he is on a trade-in. He's got a ton of troops that pink won't be able to eliminate. So that at least helps us. Unless pink's on 27 because he took a cap on a bunch of extra territories, but lost the +9. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, though. It's taking a very long time to distribute troops. Very long time. Orange is getting 13. 13 is an interesting number. +4. Could that be no +4, no cap, but the +10? That doesn't make any sense to me. I don't see how that would be possible. Especially because the +10 itself is 13 territories. That definitely doesn't make sense. Orange on 5 cards. 13 troops. Would trade in for 50 here, but seemingly has stopped playing the game, which is always my big concern here. Oh, brother, on 5 cards. So it's going to trade in. It's going to leave a bunch of troops in front of me. Oh, wait. He misses a card. Yeah, he misses the card, but he at least gets the troops down in normal fashion. Now, I'm going to take this blue territory. I know I said I didn't, but I want to keep black blocked. I want to force black to open the capital, honestly. Like, if he trades in and hits this, that's kind of what I want. Loses 10 because he's not willing to hit pink, which is hilarious to me. Oh, he actually just hit pink. That actually worked. Lost 10 troops on him, too. He's slow rolling something right now. Huh. Hey, I mean, if that gets him to hit pink, it gets him to hit pink. I don't have a trade in right now, but I can play off the 42 cap. That's not very good. Pink's going to set here in a minute, though. I don't want to risk pink getting this. I'll have one more blue territory back here that I'll need to take. Just trying to force someone's hand here. I think this game is winnable. It comes down to blasting a bunch of these off-cap stacks with trade-ins. Pink is obviously faster than orange. Black is reasonably speedy. Orange is very slow. He's back down to 8. Again, 8 is a tough quantity. Because it's hard for me to read exactly what 8 means for this player when he's getting that much. Like, it makes me think no cap, but has the bonus. But now, seemingly, he's attacking with his huge stack again. So maybe he'll be able to break some of pink, and then if those two fight, we'll finally be able to make a move. We don't have a trade on 4 here, which is not ideal. But hopefully we can get this and take the win. Now, while we're waiting for the orange player to finish making his move, I do want to mention that this map, I don't like it very much. I think that in this case, it's actually playing out with a longer game, which I'm glad about. But I just don't think the blizzards ever lead to anything super enjoyable when I'm playing it. There's just a 1 back there. So I'm just going to leave 4 back there to take that when I need to. There is a chance. There is a chance that the pink player has knocked blue out back here, but I don't think so. Maybe he has. In which case, I think I trade in and I use the trade in to go break him. Either way, I don't think that's a bad thing. Pink has actually been broken. Probably the +9 would be my guess. Doesn't get broken in the +8, though. He's still getting 17 troops. Gets 60 on his turn. His trade in. I'm really looking for him to do some hefty damage to someone. Either to whatever black just did, which I don't think is going to be reasonable for him to do much damage there, but more likely to the orange player. I'd love to see one of these 21s get hit. I'm probably going to have to, if I don't get the blue elimination again, we're going to wrap around. We're going to open up the capital. We're going to go in here and take this elimination because I don't think he's hiding it anywhere else. He was holding this bonus. He's holding this here. Little sneak around option there. Orange might get a decent amount here. Yeah, he gets 24, so he's back to holding the +4 and the +10. He puts all of this over here, interestingly. Maybe an attempt at taking the outer rim, which would end up hitting pink's stacks down here anyway. It's possible pink rolled blue out of here earlier. I would be surprised if he did, but I'm on a trade-in. Trade-in's worth 65. These caps are useful, but I don't think... And I said I was going to hold blue back here as long as I could, but honestly, I'd rather just take the card and get ahead. It puts me back in normal order in front of pink, but it allows me to be the aggressor, which I think I'm getting close to being ready to do. If I get blue here, if I trade in and I eliminate blue, then I eliminate blue, right? If I don't, then we get to hit some people and we get to make some stuff happen, and I think that will be nice. So like I said, I'm going to dump everything here because I think this will be enough to get through whatever pink is holding down here to go chase blue in the back beyond the capital. But let's check it. All right, this is the end of blue. We've been holding on to that one for a while. And now, because it's the end of blue, I'm going to do a nice clean split here between these two capitals. We'll pull that 3 out later. Think this benefits me a little bit more here. And we're back on 4 cards. But no trade-in, interestingly. And black breaks orange, which may irritate the orange player. So that's certainly something. Pink is getting 16. So he got knocked probably reasonably well out of here by orange on the left-hand side. We don't have a set. So with no trade-in right now, I don't feel compelled to aggress just yet. Orange getting 26. We're trying to leverage orange into hitting one of these guys. Well, that'll hit something, that's for sure. Who, I'm not sure, but someone. So I end up getting the card off of blue. That puts me ahead of everyone in the turn order. I'm not sure if that's inherently a bad thing, though. Because, again, it allows me to potentially be the aggressor. And if I ever get a joker, we'll have the opportunity to back-to-back trade. As long as we can trade in before the joker. Like, if I get a joker right now, I'm not jazzed, but that's all right. Nothing like orange trading and then doing absolutely nothing with his troops. This guy, man, he must be playing on mobile or something. I don't understand what's happening with him. Not trying to block black with that play, by the way. 6 on 3 could fail, which would be funny, but I'm more just fortifying over. He probably attacks up back into me. No, he's just going to trade in. Okay, I wonder if he dips in and then tries to hit a bunch of orange. That's exactly what's happening. See, the issue with black playing like this, and again, I'm happy he's no longer being a take a card and pass master. He only looks like he hit twice there. He fortified off cap just now. He just fortified off his capital, and that was a quick fortify. Why would he fortify off capital? Pink got how much? Still only 16. Black was getting only 5 before. Not great if orange is fully quitting here. This has been such a weird game. The two guys who had just bizarre behavior in the early game are gone. Orange, not botted, but not really playing the game of Risk. Normal trade in. I'm curious. Huh. He did bail. He bailed on his capital. Pink must have been stacking next to him. I think Pink's going to eliminate him for 3 cards here. That's not good. I have a trade on 3. If he fails this, we're going to go hunt black. Because we can do some decent board damage if we're able to hunt black here. And the question... Oh. 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 Okay. He just slammed the cap back. Why fortify everything off if you're going to give it to him for free and then lose all of that? If Pink rolls this, we trade in, we hunt black for his cards. Black just got back here. Again, the issue is I don't know where Orange's cap is, and I'm worried that I'm going to run into it and be screwed over by it. We got to hope that Pink hits this. If he doesn't, or opens me on a line, because I will go roll this with a trade in and try to take him out. The trades are high enough, I think, to justify that. I'm going to... This is our only possible path here. It's off of this. Where do we hit a landmine? That is my question. How, like, where is... Oh, I have an idea. All right. If I send troops up the middle, up through the bonus in the middle, I can locate the capital and wrap around. I can path myself around to try to eliminate black. But I reposition, so I just take a normal card on this next turn. I reposition myself off of this cap primarily over to this one. If he trades on 3, tough. But I'll have a bigger stack over here that I can go hunt him with and hit. And I mean, orange is basically not playing the game at this point. So what we do, we know we have a trade in. We come out this way. Oh, orange is flagged. Okay. Pink is here. Pink has taken orange's cap. Well played. 22 there. Okay. If black sets, black sets. But I think I can take pink in a 1v1 straight up if black's out. So if you're wondering why pull 80 troops over here, it's because I'm going to trade on this next turn. He'll be on 4 cards. We will trade in off of him immediately. We just have to properly hunt him. Yeah, he doesn't open me because he's not a fool. Fortify some other troops back there. Pink getting 18. So he doesn't even have the fortress bonus here. Now we know, again, the cap is here. I want him to roll left here. It would be even better if he rolls this 23, but I don't think he's going to do that. We want him to roll the 3 left because we know that this pathing is guaranteed. I don't think he's going to hit the 23. Fortifies back. Yeah. Now we can take that. But I don't think that's necessary. Orange is only worth 1 card as well. Shortest path, maybe through the middle. Well, let's hope orange is not kill guarding black here. Great dice up there too. That's crazy. He was not kill guarding black. And this busts through pink here. We hit pink as hard as we can off of this position. Because we can fortify that over to the right. We actually somehow have more troops than pink right now. So we're on 3 cards. He's got probably less than 40 here now. 130, that's 170. We're at 355, and he probably trades in here. That is crazy, man. I really... It was just once somebody did something to pink, that's when I strike. And I don't want to take a card and pass the entire game, but I never really had the best position to do anything here. And he's got now actually the 22 and the 13. These are good barriers for me. Tries to roll this. This third... Do I have a trade? I don't have a trade in. But this is going to... He probably hits the... Okay, he hits the 7 out of here, but he doesn't actually do anything. So I hold a ton of board. I'm holding 28 troops worth of board now. I could theoretically come roll this. Fortify the 92 over. I don't think that's wise, though. I think I just need to hit as much of pink as I can. That is a trade, I believe. That is a trade. All right. Orange is still worth 1 card, by the way. So the question then becomes, he loses 5 on that. I want him to roll this 43 cap because he'll open me here, and then he'll get his troops stuck. Like if he sees this, he's like, "Oh, I can take this," and he tries to roll it, and he doesn't have a good fortify over here because the 123 is not open yet. Like, does he double back and try to hit this? That's what I'm hoping he does. Okay, well, if he even rolls it, then that's not great. He's not gonna. Well, he might be on a trade into this next turn, but he's gonna come back in here and break me, presumably. Should have left the troops in there. That's a bummer. Orange will be worth 1 card. He's not breaking me in here. He's fortifying off the middle. Oh, he just gave me. He basically just gave me the middle cap for free. That's a bad play. That's a really subpar idea. And actually, I'm gonna try to sneak something here. No, I don't want to try to sneak the elimination yet. I don't think you give up the middle here. I think this middle capital is far too strong. Just positionally, the chances you pass by this thing are so high. And, like, maybe he has a trade-in. That's part of the reason why I wanted to defend this as well as I did. I don't have any bonuses. Neither does he. Back to 7. Take as much as you want down here. I think we try to get close to the point where we can take this elimination, but I don't want to go for it until I know that I have it. And if he takes this bonus, we're just not going to let him have it. A split here. This is interesting. A split is not guaranteed here. I wonder if he hits this third. He doesn't hit this. Interesting. He's going to come into the middle to make sure he breaks, right? He shouldn't open the cap. You can hit on the right. He opens the cap. Okay. He's yet to pivot to hit orange, which is interesting to me. I can hit as much of my territory as he can. Opens me here. I can play off of that spot. 20 troops, no set. Yeah, he didn't even take the bonus down here. All right. I mean, this is still, there's still some time left in the game. That's for sure. I think the next trade-in I have, I am going to close this off. I'm not particularly worried about getting cards. Actually, I'm going to do something. Oh. Aha. Okay. That is going to change my approach here. Because he's not going to want to hit this. He's not going to want to hit this. That explains why he never went for orange here. Because orange is not worth it. Believe it or not. He's also much more card blockable now because this giant stack is in front of him. But he's also going to make this game take a little bit longer, which is unfortunate. He is not going to get the break in the middle unless he plays off the 77, in which case he risks feeding the 77, especially since I have a trade-in. Then he can wrap all the way around if he's got enough time to try to take that. We're not going to let him hold the bonus. He keeps forgetting that this cap is here, evidently. I think the best way for me to play this, he's not even going to get the break. For his sake, I hope he gets the fortify. Opens the capital up. I think I roll that anyway. But because if I can isolate him to one position, Now he quit. Okay. Yeah, I'm not surprised by that. Pink gets second. I do think black was a higher rank. This one was interesting. We'll run through what my thoughts on this map are. We certainly had a bit better. This was my third attempt at a game on this map. The first attempt, I won, but everyone quit. The second attempt, a guy had a bonus and snowballed, which happens so often on this one. I was the guy in the first game that had the bonus and snowballed. Black was actually only a beginner. Pink was our highest ranked opponent. I'm glad that Pink got second place then. No idea what was going on with these two fellows, but and Orange just felt like he wasn't playing in the game half the time, which is unfortunate. But this was Seagrog's Fortress. Let's take a look at the tier list here. And we've got the map here. We went through the bonuses. 76 territories, 69 with the blizzards. That is 30 larger than the classic map. And we got a little image here. You got a blizzard in either of these two spots. That +4 is super easy to hold. In the first instance, and maybe I'll throw it up on the second channel where everyone botted. That's a similar position to what I had. Now in this game, Pink had a 2-point hold over this bottom right. And that's only a 3-point hold normally. Top left, also a 3-point hold. For some reason, two other players decided to cap up in there, both on relatively middling capitals, not controlling an entry point on either of those spots. Blue trying to take a split bonus as well. Just a weird game overall, but I got to be honest, with 7 blizzards and how choky this map is on all certain points, those blizzards end up having a really, really large impact on this map. And for that reason, I really don't like this map at all. So much so that my experience on this map is, and I think Pink actually fumbled the bag on this game. I think he absolutely could have snowballed this game so well. A strong opponent on this map, a strong player who is good at the game of Risk, who is above an expert rank, I would say, a master or grandmaster level player. I think if they are the first player to get a bonus on this board, it's over. You're done for. And as such, I have placed this already in the first recording, and I don't plan on moving this map. I think this is an F-tier Capitals map. I think it's a little bit better for progressive world domination, but I think with Capitals, with Blizzards on the standard meta settings, this map is very bad because it is, every time I play it, it should be a snowball. The first person to get a bonus should be able to roll everybody else off the board because, like we saw with Pink, he was defending that bonus super easily, but then he was only taking a card and passing. He didn't realize how much leverage he had over everybody else, and he could have swept the board pretty quickly. In that case, I think it was a user error. In the case where I forced everybody to bot out, just by having a bonus and by taking a bunch of territories, I scared everybody away. And in this case, we managed to come out on top, but we took advantage of the board that we had, and sometimes just being a stronger player does let you overcome that. I don't think I like this as much as non-Medal. I think despite the stalemate opportunities on Supermax, I still like Supermax. I think the experience on Supermax is more reliable than what you find on Seagrogs, but I am not a fool. I am not going to place it below the tiny maps that are just atrocious. But I do genuinely think of the maps we have looked at so far, Seagrogs is my least favorite of the large maps in terms of progressive world domination. I had a comment from somebody the other day on the last time we played a Seagrogs game saying, wow, this map must stink for you to not play it again. And the answer truly is, I think it does. Next week, we'll be looking at Moonstone Forest, which is certainly not the best caps map in the world, but I enjoy it significantly more than this one. And until then, everybody, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a tremendous rest of your day. Peace.